Oh, guess what? There's a stream here. You didn't think there was, but there is. Gonna play some goddamn video games. System Shock. Whoa! The game that started it all! Actually, I guess Ultima Underworld would have been the first game like this. That's a sick title screen, though. System Shock is very cool because you're a hacker. That's it. Oh, look at that. It even starts that way. You are a hacker. Caught attempting to access protected files concerning Citadel Station, a space station owned by the Trioptimum Corporation. Edward Diego, a Trioptimum executive, offers to drop all charges against you in exchange for hacking and removing the ethical constraints of Shodan, the artificial intelligence that controls the station. He also promises you a valuable military-grade neural implant. Your implant surgery has been successful, and you've been put into a 6-month healing coma. I guess they have some time. Hey, Ergosplitten. Not learned any more about selling my semen. Well, you have to. I mean, you gotta join premium access to get the executive tips. I can't be giving out my executive tips to anybody because then everyone's gonna have them. You know. Keeks, thank you for the sub. 41 months. Good lord. Nama, thanks for gifting out a sub. Yeah. You have to be tier 3 sub for at least 5 years to get the platinum package. I love the idea that we got to Cyberpunk, but everything was still running on DOS. Also, I'm gonna say it. Halo Combat Evolved just ripped us off. Super Robot Man waking up from a sleep chamber? Please. Where have we seen that before? Oh right, System Shock. You actually can't you can't name a single. Actually, yeah, if it's went to full screen, that means it's gotta be turn that off. What is HZB occlusion? Yeah, give me some of that. Thank you. Thank you very much. This doesn't look too bad from a game from 1973. Yeah? The come a long way from loading this game on punch cards, huh? The old Trioptimum logo. Well, I guess some of the logos must be pixelated by design. Is that a data pad? Oh. Exactly. I do appreciate the like. So they've definitely gone a long way to working around the UI, making it more like System Shock 2, because System Shock 1 was it was pretty special, but the UI was something else. Oh, I gotta plug in my chips. There's my health bar. Oh, huh.
Employee 2-4601, listen carefully. My name is Rebecca Lansing, and I'm a counter-terrorism consultant to Trioptimum. We're tracking a disruption on Citadel Station, something involving an onboard AI called Shodan. You are Triop's only contact on station. Communications are out, and there is evidence of biological contamination. The mining laser is charging for a possible strike against Earth. There's a man named Nathan Darcy who may know something about taking the laser offline. His office is near the central hub on your level. The AI is on the bridge. Once the laser is out, look for the source of the problem there. And by the way, we know all about you and your friend Diego. Pull this off, and we'll clear your record. That implant you're wearing is military-grade hardware. Use it well. Lansing out.
I gotta admit, the visuals look really good, and they found a way to keep the sort of rigidly geometric level design from the original, because yeah, the original was just all cubes. It was just ramps and flat ground, and that's it. So much trouble in this game. Yeah, so the thing to remember about Cyberpunk is that it is sort of retro future at this point. Cyberpunk. No, don't claw me. Cyberpunk is basically what happens if technology got stuck in the 90s, but somehow we also had VR and like the internet and stuff like that. So, in the future, ostensibly, recording technology could be better, but it's not. Oh, wait. Is that on the... Oh, okay, that's my inventory. That's their bot. I think they also... Yeah, so perfect, basically. I think they also styled it after the audio mix from the vocal logs of System Shock 2, which is a good call, because System Shock 2 is a beautiful game. Oh, got a camera there. Also, something to consider is that by mastering it to be so treble heavy, it's probably at a sound register that's going to cut above no matter what's happening in the game. So you're running around, you're shooting things, those are all like normally balanced audio things. As long as you have something that's really high in the register, it might be a little piercing, but you can definitely hear it above anything else. Oops, no, don't. There we go. When I was a kid, all I wanted as a dream job was to work on a workstation like the one in Alien, or the Nostromo. That's all astronomy is. Ah! And in Alien, they were like space truckers. Like I was got very Johnny Five wobbly head. Awesome. I feel like that would be a cool... That is a cool vibe, though. Being on a spaceship and just taking care of things, going somewhere. Let me guess. Wait, no, hold on. Wait, 3 digits? What? How are we supposed to... It was... Ah! What the hell are you? Ooh, you got glowy eyes. Reminds me of something from, like, Coraline. Humanoid mutant. Eh. Oh, I guess I had to take it. Not 20. Oh, it was right there. Never mind. I don't know the origin of it, but these games, in all of these games, it's just this weird running gag that developers are still using, which is awesome. But the first door in any game like this, like immersive sim, environment game, is always 0451. Always. I don't remember the first game that did it, but it became like a trope. It's like the Wilhelm scream of these kinds of games.
Welcome back to Citadel Station. We hope your somnolent healing stage went well. Today is the 6th day of November, year 2072. You are currently in the healing suites located on the first level. Level 2 contains the research laboratories. 3 houses the Department of Maintenance, and the storage cells are on level 4. The flight deck is on level 5. Level 6 holds crew facilities and executive suites, and level 7 is systems engineering. Level 8 houses the Department of Security. The bridge is located on level 9, and energy systems on level R. All levels can be accessed by the elevator in Alpha Quadrant. We hope you have a pleasant stay on Citadel Station.
Oh, 0451 was the door code into Looking Glass Studios' office. Interesting. Also kind of wild that they would just put that in the game, but okay. Thank you, Luckburn. You're very filled with love today. I appreciate that. Yeah, who knows why it was originally, like why it was the code in the office, but like the fact that the back is not a screen, it's an LED. Like that's retro future, right? Reminds me of the movie. Reminds me of the new Dread movie. Oops, did I drop it? Or did I use it? Doesn't seem right. Oh, okay, okay, never mind. Something being in quick slots doesn't remove it from your inventory, it just assigns it. Got it. But yeah, so much of that movie was retro future, like, intentionally so, and in a way that may not be obvious, but it was very 90s sci-fi, and that, like, the screens were still rounded. The readout on the side of his gun was like a monochrome LCD display. Very, very smart. So it's like it's future-y. It's got a big old screen to tell you how many bullets are in the gun. But it looks like a cheap clock from 1994. I should probably save my bullets. Yeah, come over here. Ooh, Musashi. Thank you for the resub. Oh, you don't gotta thank me for streaming. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna be over here streaming anyway, no matter what. I'll be playing video games. Oh boy, I missed quite a bit since I started Fumofu. Thank you for the Prime. I'll take that Amazon cash. Milk Carton, thanks for gifting a sub. V-Rob, thank you for the sub. Pineapple Kittens, thank you for the sub. Psycho Stooge, appreciate your resub. Oh, I gotta pop this guy. I wonder when their eyeballs light up. Maybe that's a way for the game to tell you when they detect you. It's like a stealth mechanic. And Pop 2 Uno. Appreciate the sub. Jeez, thank you guys. Ooh.
Status report. We're holed up in the Beta Quadrant behind a radioactive trench. The mutants are scavenging for food in the corridors and nesting in Gamma. I sent a party to the West Wing for supplies maybe 12 hours ago. Nathan Darcy is thinking up ways to disable the mining laser. It looks like we might hold them off.
Yeah, this is actually coming together really well. I was worried for a while because the state of this remake was kind of seemed like it was a little rocky. They put it down, they picked it back up again. I feel like they had a tech alpha that was out, gosh, like 2 years ago. But it's really coming together. What is this? Oh, okay. Yeah, the frame rate's real solid. The lighting is really good. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen by accident. These little musical stings are kind of nice too. It's interesting that it seems to blend in with kind of an ambient track. Although you're not in space. The Trioptimum building is on Earth. It's just really, really tall. And you're just kind of stuck in a huge part of it. I do like that they put this, like, cube grid pattern everywhere. It sticks to the rigidly geometric, like, kind of mid-90s 3D aesthetic, but offers up a lot of texture to the eye, which is kind of nice. Like, you can see... Is it all corridors like this? Pretty much. I didn't play a ton of the original System Shock. There is an entire cyberspace hacking sequence where you fly around, kind of like Descent. Yeah, what the fuck? Ow! Ow! Oh, they got guns now. The story of it... This is not System Shock 2. This is the... Oh boy. Oh. That's how it goes. This looks functional given that this station is mostly manned by robots. Well, I mean, there are people. They've just been... Their biology has been hacked. I don't remember what the deal is with System Shock 1. Why there are creepy zombie mans. System Shock 2 had its own reason. Does have all the RPG mechanics System Shock 2 has. I don't think they're quite as... I don't think you have stats. You have, like, implants, and then... I think you can get stuff that, like, upgrades your health and things like that, so you are a little, there are RPG elements, but I don't think you, like... Yeah, I don't think you have character stats. Oh yeah. No, the people definitely got turned into zombies. It's just the exact mechanics of how that happened.
Employee 2-4601, listen carefully.
Should unhack the implants of everyone on board and force them to go through procedures. Got it. That'll do it.
We're tracking a disruption on Citadel Station. Something involving an onboard AI called
I think
You are Triops' only contact.
the
Communications are out.
sensitivity just got a little munged around.
The mining laser is charging for a possible strike against Earth. There's a man named Nathan Darcy who may know something about taking the laser offline.
But yes, the story setup behind your character is the most cyberpunk thing. You're a hacker and you got caught. And now, some evil corporation guy came in and gave you an offer you couldn't refuse.
Pull this off, and we'll clear your record. That implant you're wearing is military-grade hardware. Use it well. Lancing out.
Beat it. And the pro plays. I don't know what the cameras do. In System Shock 2, it would start an alert that would like spawn more enemies and they would all run to you, but Shodan's more have no mouth and I'm a scream than 2001. Yeah, Shodan's more like actively evil, I think, if I were to characterize it. Whereas Hal was like a child that didn't know what it was doing. Yeah, it chirps, but I don't know. I don't know if the I don't know if there's really that much of a mechanic to it. Oh, those big old chunkety letters, though. God. Those zombie dudes, I like that design. Those creepy eyes.
Back to Citadel Station. We hope your somnolent healing stage went well. Today is the 6th day of November.
Ooh, we got puzzles, baby!
Currently in the healing suites located on the first level. Level 2 contains the research laboratory.
Oh, that starts an alarm?
Houses the Department of Maintenance, and the storage cells are on level 4. The flight deck is on level 5. Level 6 holds crew facilities and executive suites, and level 7 is systems engineering. Level 8 houses the Department of Security. The bridge is located on level 9, and energy systems on level R. All levels can be accessed by the elevator in Alpha Quadrant. We hope you have a pleasant stay on Citadel.
Cyborg surgeon? You doing okay there, bud? Not aggressive for some reason? Okay.
Gunther was killed today. I can't let myself think about it. I think I understand how Shodan is doing it. When we destroy the cameras and CPU nodes, Shodan loses some of its control over the station functions, at least on this level. I think I can restore manual control in the hospital.
He's just doing his job. I always think of that one line from Futurama. I believe what I was programmed to believe. Futurama's too good for us. I appreciate that, even though it's got modern lighting and stuff like that, some of the textures are intentionally low res, like that. Gives it that nice pixelated chunkiness. When textures were not anisotropied at all. Oh, you're having another surgery soon? Today? Man, I hope that goes well. Hopefully it's not something super serious. I guess any surgery is gonna be some kind of serious. Oh, Luckburn, thank you. Thank you for this. Thank you for the resub. Requiem Bell, thank you. And Holden McGroin, 1, because I guess Holden McGroin was taken. Thanks for gifting out 5 subs. Yes. Pop-Tart, hopefully it's not expensive and goes smoothly. And then you can just hang out and play Switch games while you recover. I don't think that... Something about... knowing what you've said about your life means you may not be looking forward to that, but... Ooh, oh, we are in space. Never mind. I thought the Triumph... I thought System Shock 1 took place on Earth. But I guess not. Again from me, Balkan, please. Are you from the Balkans? Yeah, it's a really, really, really tall building, okay? Ooh. Spark beam sidearm. If I don't miss my guess, that would probably incapacitate a turret, maybe? So let's see here. But I do want a med patch somewhere on here. Yep, Flav, yep. That's the... Getting sick in America means you might just lose everything you own. Is this a demo of a remaster or a mod? Demo of a remaster. Yes, there is an official System Shock 1 remaster coming from Night Dive. And this is the new, like, air quotes new demo. It came out about a month ago, but a slew of new demos just hit Steam, and I installed as many of them as I could find. So I'm gonna tick through them today. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Hey! I guess System Shock 1 didn't really have, like, an alert system. It was just, you have to take out the cameras to reduce Shodan's control. Which ones did you get? I mean, a lot. I don't know. I didn't write them down. You'll see today. I've tried to play Ultra Kill, but it just doesn't run right on my machine, and I haven't really invested a lot of time into figuring out why. There's been other things going on, like that pile of skulls. Yeah, I've got Raji installed. What was that? Oh. Little butthole door? Hey. Oh, I see. It's radioactive in there? Ugh. Wow. Ugh. Guess you gotta get, like, some kind of stim that makes you invincible to that for a minute. You gotta play Ultra Kill. I just said it didn't work. I don't know what you want from me. I can troubleshoot it a little bit, but this is what happens when games aren't finished. Sometimes they don't work. Sometimes I wonder of, like, well, actually I'm not wondering at all. I wonder how much attitudes towards games might change if people really did get a chance to play an unfinished game. Like, truly unfinished, not done. Present bugs, things just don't work. I feel like even at the worst possible case, when games are released, they still hit a minimum spec of, like, functionality and completion. And I know that, like, people attune their senses, so, like, if they see any bugs or anything like that, you know, Skyrim, it can be buggy, but man, the breadth of, like, games to not be fun because they're not finished is really intense. I like that glass though. Or force field, whatever it is. It looks good. Looks good to my eyeballs. The sound design is really cool though. I like how you can hear the, like, ship reverberating and pinging like it's slowly falling apart, which is a really scary thing for a spaceship to do. I mean, Anthem, yeah, Anthem was pretty bad. That had to be a case of, like, I'm gonna stim up a little bit. They use the same sound effect from System Shock 2, it sounds like. Yeah, breaking consoles, that's pretty bad. It doesn't get a whole lot worse than that. Oh, come on. Gotta be something good in here. That's it? 2 frag grenades? Yeah? Okay. Maybe get the Rona just for that? And my dude's gonna be all dramatic about it. Can't tell. Wait. Oh, okay. Oh wait, was there another door down there? I like that map. Yeah. It is not procedural. Although I can see why it might look like that. Oh, okay. No, there's really nothing else down here, huh? At least I don't think it's procedural. There's something about mid-90s PC games that make them look procedural, huh? It's just very blocky. Hold on a second. Looks like something important happened. I gotta check. Man, sometimes somebody can say something in chat, and everyone will reply to it, and then for some reason my eyes just can't see the original message. I don't know why. Nope. Oh, never mind. There it is. I found it. Okay. I've had situations where a game has stopped me from progressing further because of soft locks and cutscenes that were impassable or blue screening inconsistent and unavoidable spaces. Honestly, if it doesn't stop me from playing the game, I don't care. Yeah, there is a magic window where games can be just broken enough to be funny, and that's the golden place to be. But it is so hard to land right in that space. I'm always amazed at games like where speedrunners can find areas of like travel or exploration that were 100% not intended, and they cause all these wacky like cascading effects within the game, but somehow the game doesn't crash. That's what's amazing to me, when you can step outside of the boundaries and somehow the game just accidentally still holds itself together. Oh, that's why I can't come through here. Okay. I'm getting a little... going in circles now. Yeah, the domino effect is amazing. I mean, it is a Rube Goldberg machine. That's all video games are. So it's like if you move the seesaw with the egg on it somewhere else, something else still might hit the seesaw, and it's going to do exactly what it was supposed to do the first time. Just in a different setting, in a different way, in a different order. It's really exciting. I don't know. I find that stuff really, really fun. Digital archaeology. God, their eyes look so cool. I guess they were going for that like cat-like effect where they're sort of they still catch light and darkness, so when they're shambling after you, you can still see a little glint off their eyes. Man, that's good. So let's see. I guess I gotta go down here. I can do that. I can't spend too long on any individual demo. There's so many to get through. I mean, I'm probably not going to do them all, but there's a lot of interesting stuff out there. It wouldn't be System Shock without the pipe dance. I just realized this... Why did I pick up a human skull? Why did I do that? This game actually predates... Wait, does it predate Resident Evil? That's a very Bioshock sound. Well, there's a reason for that. I mean, the reason Bioshock is named Bioshock is because they made it after System Shock 2. Yeah, why do you have red eyes? That's interesting. It might just be a visibility thing to make sure that people see them. I could see dudes in, like, since there's low light, dudes in blue suits against blue walls might be a little hard to pick out, so they probably just from a visibility standpoint needed to make sure they showed up. Ken Levine worked on both. I mean, it wasn't just Ken Levine, it was the whole studio. Bioshock is the spiritual successor to System Shock. It's not just the one dude. Yes. Oh, ow! Don't shoot at my toilet. What studio is this? This is Night Dive. Hey! So this guy killed me last time. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stim up real quick. Night Dive are the people who did the like modern remasters of Blood. System Shock predates Resident Evil by 2 years. Yeah, a lot of the survival horror elements are here. Limited health, slow-moving enemies, like a game of resources. Dead cyborg drone. Can't pick up the gun though. I always wanted to play System Shock, never did because of how archaic it felt. Yeah, the The original System Shock is very archaic. This has been brushed up extensively to make it more in line with System Shock 2, which itself can be a little rough around the edges these days. But there's plenty of mods and a lot of like quality of life stuff that has made System Shock 2 a lot more playable. This is a cool area. Like some actual plants. One place to chill out in. It's all overgrown, indicating that it's been derelict for a while. Oh, thank you for gifting a sub, Milk Carton. Also, Kaido, good to see you. System Shock was so difficult. I never actually beat it when I was younger, but haven't gotten back to it. This demo is free. Yes, Knight. All the demos I'm going to be playing now, I downloaded for free. So everything today. It's all actually on Steam, too. It's pretty cool. It took me a while to find it, but the Guerrilla Collective had its own collection page where I just listed all the demos. You can just go through and click on each one individually to install them. And now Steam is doing its own Summer of Game event, which has like hundreds and hundreds of demos. So it's gonna be tough. I might be a little more selective about that. Yeah, I played System Shock 1 for like 3 or 4 hours. Didn't quite go back to it, because yes, it is not a very hospitable game. I'm sure in 95 it was groundbreaking, and I probably would have loved it back then, but I didn't have a gaming PC back then. So it kind of passed me by. I played System Shock 2 when it came out, and I just fell in love with that game. It was kind of the first Shock-style title that I played. Oh, it was 94. Alright, thank you. I since went, like, I went back later to play, like, Ultima Underworld and Eye of the Beholder and some other games that kind of influenced the design of System Shock 2. And then the dark times, which I'm not going to say because people, like, it actually blew the genre up, but BioShock was sort of the consolification of System Shock 2. I was bummed, man. BioShock didn't have, like, stats, it didn't have character builds, the Vita chambers were free. There was a lot of, like, it wasn't the survival horror game anymore. Okay, so you do shoot from your right hand. Oh, dude, Prey was so good. Play Mother 2 on stream if you haven't already. I have, actually. I played the whole game on stream. What you can request instead is to play Mother 3, which is what I intend to do at some point. Games don't scare me, I'm just bad at inventory management. Yeah, that is kind of that has become a sort of staple of games like this. Oh yeah, that's true. Invisible War, Deus Ex 2 also did that. It's funny, Deus Ex 2 was trying to do that, I want to say like 5 years before BioShock did. And people reacted so negatively to Deus Ex 2, but then BioShock pulled it off. Or I think more likely,
there's still some weapons in the armory we can use against the mutants.
BioShock was made for an audience that wasn't quite as shitty as me. PC gamers.
Try for it tomorrow.
Oh man, what a scratch though. Oh yeah. He kept firing while you were shooting him in the head. That could be a problem at higher levels. Yeah, it could be. I mean, the weird thing about games like this, is that you have to kind of break yourself from thinking that. I mean, it's still an RPG, so you're going to take some damage. It's just an aspect of, like, if you hit all your shots, you might take 1 instead of 3 hits. You might use less medi patches, and then you know, it's about hitting that point of sustainability. So many cameras in here. Not for long. I just like, man, this is just a real comfy aesthetic. Todd Knott. Thank you for the Prime sub. I missed the camera BS. Is the camera in BS 1? BioShock 1? Like you could hack them? Or do you mean taking photos of things to get buffs? Because that was a cool metagame. One of my favorite things in games is to combine. What is, I guess vaporize is destroy. Combine lore acquisition with some kind of in-game perk. So like the more you learn about an enemy, the more damage you do to them or something. That's why, you know, Witcher 2 specifically really tickled my pickle with that. John Omiish, thank you for gifting a sub. I want every game to have glowing signs and be in dark hallways at all times. Yes. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yes. Scanning everything, so I mean, really, just doing it for Chadley was enough. I don't know of any character that I was primed to intensely dislike that I then grew to. Like, I would throw myself in front of a bus for Chadley. I didn't start that way. Yeah, I would definitely die for Chadley. What is this? Oh, combat booster. I guess if you pop enough cameras, then Shodan, like maybe it opens a door or something. Who knows? Oh, the VR training? I liked those missions. Then again, I like really hard boss fights, so that's just for me. You guys, that game's gonna come out on PC in 1 million years. Frame rate low for you guys too. I hope not. Should be pretty smooth. I don't like it when games are too dark. You can't see anything at all and can't appreciate the design or art of the game. It's a tough design call. Between like style versus readability and playability. Do you think does this game look too dark to you? It's pretty dark, but the important things are visible, which is kind of why I'm okay with it. It's another skull for you. I remember playing some horror mods for the original Half-Life, and they were all like, "This is only going to be scary if you turn your monitor darkness all the way down." I was like, oh, "Okay," and they were kind of right. Like, you turned it up and you could just see everything. I got another gun. A mini pistol. None of the life pods actually. Well, it's the same thing. I guess they don't have. Designed primarily as a personal defensive weapon, this 9mm pistol is standard issue for Trioptimum executives. It has rough damage parity with its energy-based cousin, the Spark Beam. God bless games that let you pick up guns, empty the bullets out of them, and then drop the gun. Not that I did that, because that gun had no bullets, but still. Studios have gotten so good at remakes. Yeah, I think it's mostly that the game-buying audience has expressed an appetite for them. And then we've gotten to the age where game designers grew up playing these games, so like the knowledge is there and the passion is there. The knowledge of aesthetic is there. What I love seeing is the ways that games blend old and new. So like, just the texture of this being this chunkety blockety. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. That's totally done on purpose. But that's next to, like this texture. Well, I guess that's still actually pretty chunkety when you get close to it. It's actually all got that kind of look. I love it when assets that are made to look old can sit next to assets that are obviously new and then look like they match. So like this dude's face isn't all pixelated. It's just got a different kind of distortion over it.
And we need to bring it down to the reactor level to power the shields. Then you turn them on, use the safety override code to enable the laser and fire. The laser controls and my notes are on the science level, and the override code's in the science library. I have no idea how you're going to do all this, but...
Thanks. Well, now I know what the game is about. I have not played Kenshi yet. I'm saving that for the stream, but it is purchased and installed. Hold on a second. One of my friends bought Persona 4 for me on Steam, but I hate turn-based combat so much. Yeah? Well, that is all that is. I mean, you get to flirt with animes. Let's see here. 4? Does 4 have cute animes? I feel like Persona's long skewed towards the women's, because of course they did. 5 had some cute anime boys. I'm blanking on his name, but the painter dude actually ended up being like one of my favorite characters in that game. Oh, that's right. It has Nanako. Yeah, Risei's alright. I like her. Chie, you fools. Eh. I tried to go with Chie when I... against the advice of many wise and prominent stream members. I decided to I set Chie in my sights. I was hungry like the wolf. It was a bad call. I'm gonna throw this out there. Like, not all friendships should become... Ooh. Not all friendships should become romances, and that was very much an instructive reason why. See, Proteus, I did. That game looked pretty cool. Although I don't want to be too reductive, but like, Strafe is right there. I'm not sure what.
Some of us are still resisting Shonen. We have a sanctuary in Beta Quadrant, guarded by a radioactive trench. There's a force bridge that operates off a wiring panel. If you're coming in from Alpha, our guards will extend the bridge for you. Be very careful. Mutants are all over the corridors. Good luck.
Okay. 3 months until Cyberpunk? Woo! Stay safe, everyone. Yeah, I guess I gotta do something here. Maybe I gotta plug something in at some point. This would be the worst thing to have something terrible happen to you, so... Just cocoon up inside. Oh, I got a med card. Okay. I can go to medical now. Those are the stupidest looking zombies I've ever seen. Oh, you think so? I like them okay. Not terrifically into anybody Persona 4 Alphamonist except Kanji. Yeah, Kanji's cool. It's like, it's either him or Yosuke, and it's like, ew. Ew. That is his name, right? Yosuke? The blonde kid who's kind of a dork? Oh, yeah, I played Doki Doki Literature Club. It was okay. I don't think it's depressing, really. I do think it's like... It's an interesting experiment to try to make anime nerds develop some empathy. That's kind of what I took from it.
Status report. We're holed up in the Beta Quadrant behind a radioactive trench.
Yosuke's a little homophobic for a while. Yeah, but I mean, he's a teenager.
I sent a party to the West Wing for supplies maybe 12 hours ago.
It happens.
Deacon Darcy is thinking up ways to disable the mining laser. It looks like we might hold them off.
I did appreciate, like... You know, and also that game was made a long time ago. Supposedly Yosuke was a romantic option that got cut in Persona 4. Interesting. I could see that, though. That game came out so long ago. I think it's worth remembering. But I did appreciate how they dealt with Kanji's arc by the end of it. No spoilers, obviously, because I know the game is like... Game is new for some people. Oh, I guess I open this with my key. Jeez. Not doing super well on health. That's a neat effect to show you that you're low on health. You never played a Persona? Yeah, they're all turn-based combat, so I don't know that it's necessarily for you, which is unfortunate because I think everything else about the game you'd probably like, but nothing but menus as far as the eye can see. Yeah, Captain, and even for it being 2008 and Japanese, Persona 4 is still astoundingly progressive. Not only for the obvious reasons, but also for like it's locked in cyberspace. Man, tell me about it. Oh, okay. I guess that's what this is. It's like a cyber hacking terminal. I was really hoping that maybe I gotta find an implant. I was really hoping to see what hacking looks like, or cyberspace, because yeah, cyberspace is pretty wild in System Shock 1. It's like all wireframes. But and to some degree, the Persona games have always been really good about this, and they're getting better, which is being anime, but actually having characters that are well-rounded and interesting. Not common. Or characters that don't just simply follow rigid tropes. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, Captain. Okay, well. I think, like most games of System Shock, this will just peter out when I don't know where to go. What? Oh, okay. Usually those are recharge. Okay. I don't have any psionic abilities. Alpha door is still shut. Oh, wait. Okay, so I got the med key card. Maybe I can go through this door up here now. Any games with a huge learning curve more than good storytelling. I think that's because I watch so many movies, but JRPGs often struggle... But it makes it... JRPGs often struggle to get through. Yeah, there are some JRPGs that have big learning curves. I would say 7 Remake. A lot of Tales games. The thing with JRPGs is they kind of embrace the fact that they have 80-hour runtime, so they're not going to dump all the mechanics on you right away. Final Fantasy XIII, bizarrely, had a really strong learning curve by the end of it. But it did take a long time to get there. Nama, thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the more gifts. Dang it, broken beyond repair. It's not something I want to hear. Well, guess there's this. Is this down here, maybe? Yeah, Jess, that's... It's a bit sad because that was always design tenets that I associated with RPGs from Square Enix, is that their mechanics were so experimental that you kind of had to relearn every time. Smash that vent with your pipe. I don't know that this game has that, but I probably should have tried at least. Okay, well. A lot of the earlier Tales games, I'll admit the latest ones got a bit easier, though I love their combat. Systems and difficulty doesn't super matter to me. Tales games are pretty comfy. They do tend to stick to anime norms. But that's fine. Not every video game has to be Schindler's List. Unlike The Last of Us Part 2, which is coming out this Friday. You guys excited? You guys excited to feel bad about doing violence? Can't wait to have a video game tell me violence is bad 25 times. I should stop. I should stop complaining before I even play the damn thing. This music, though. There's a lot of dead people here. I wonder if this was like the holdout that I heard about. Yeah. I'm gonna play it, just because I think more than anything, maybe, like Death Stranding, it certainly had aspects of this, but I think I'm getting a strong vibe, and yes, I'm going into it with bias, but it doesn't matter because I'm not reviewing it. I think The Last of Us 2 might be one of those games where I can respect that it's made well, but just also fundamentally disagree with the creative output. So it's like, it's a good game, but I don't like it. Like, to be able to experience in that weird cross-section. Violence bad, but no choice. Yeah, exactly, Nitro. Which is it's a self-defeating message. Which, even more philosophically, it's like you shouldn't... You gained no new access. Great. Perfect.
We're finished.
I guess the card was in two
Went down
places.
the access corridor an hour ago to fight the mutants. None of them have come back. Soon the mutants will come for the rest of us.
Damn it, Keith. There's something awful thread discussing Last of Us 2 spoilers with rules about not linking to the leaks. Got a cease and desist letter. Awesome. I'm also going to just relish anytime that something awful forums come up in casual conversation in 2020.
Supplies from the West Wing. Hanson and Rain killed by mutants nesting.
That's the thing, man. Like, are you really that up? I don't know.
They're killing us one by one.
I'm very much...
Many of us are gonna rush them. We'll try to break through the access corridor.
I'm trying to listen to this. Oh, shit!
Save our souls.
I'm usually very much on board with people who make a thing being able to decide how that thing is released. Like, they spent years working on this. They should be allowed to say, don't talk about this, or... Jesus. At the same time, that's a bit excessive. Also, it concerns me if someone thinks that ignorance of the ending is the only way you can enjoy something. That said, I do think experiencing the ending of the original The Last of Us, playing it normally, was the best way to do it. I think that's one of the few examples where not knowing the ending before you get there actually does create a better experience when you do get there. So, I'm torn about it. It does off... Ooh! Right. It does really smack of pretense, though, doesn't it? Which shock is this? 1. It is the remake of 1. Hotline Miami is basically violence bad, but we'll do everything to make it look and feel good, which I prefer. Yeah, I mean, the ending of that game, when you actually find the people who were calling you, it is a bit of a finger wag. As they basically tell your character, or I guess they tell Biker, which is to say they're telling you, like, you didn't need lore to go and shoot all those people, so why do you think lore is going to excuse it now? You murdered all those people whether or not you have a tragic backstory or not. And you don't, by the way. So it was sort of being like, you didn't really need that much of a push to go out and murder all those people. I haven't played Hotline 2 to the end, so I need to do that. I had this conversation once. I don't think spoilers ruin things, and I think spoiler culture has gone too far, but spoilers can remove suspense. If I tell you that a man escapes in the end, you'll never worried about if he'll make it through the situation. Sure. I think the issue at hand is more like, do companies reserve the right to completely control the conversation? I think, yeah, the issue is philosophically, if you're watching a movie that's telling you violence is bad, then that's fine. Because there's no disconnect, because nowhere did you have a choice. Your choice was to not watch the film. Ooh. I got let's say a non-busted spark beam. No? Woo! And like games can get away with that, like BioShock and what have you, as long as they only slap your wrist for it once, because it's interactive. Like, if you keep slapping a gamer's wrist for doing the one action the game allows you to do, what are you saying? You're basically daring the player to just stop playing. Like, that's the only way to exercise volition in that circumstance. To some degree, I kind of agree with the intention of the game that I haven't played, so I'm assuming a lot, but I do like the idea of trying to, oh, this is cute. We got a color puzzle? Oh! Oh! I gotta make it green. Oh. Oh. I do like the idea of trying to force dudes to, or dudes is maybe a little presumptive, forcing people to have empathy. Again, I think Doki Doki did a really good job of that, so I need yellow and blue at the end. So that would be yellow. If I take this out... Oh wait, it's not going through. You have to have both to go through? Well, this is a neat puzzle. I mean, orange and orange is just gonna make orange. Is that all the night? Wait. Oh, jeez. You don't have to plug them directly into the one that's right under it. Right, okay. So wait, how come... You need to have two colors going there. Interesting. Yeah. I got a brain hack. Oh, okay. Empathy's fine, but pointing out bad thing is bad. You know what it makes me think of? It makes me think of when I was in the I was lucky enough to be. So wait, two reds makes a green? They have to be the same color? So wait, why wouldn't two blues make a green? That's confusing. I guess I don't know what the junctions do. It reminds me of being in the audience when they did the initial demo for The Last of Us at E3, whenever it was. People cheered thunderously at that trailer, and I was like, shouldn't we all be feeling disgusting right now? Like it ended with Joel just blasting somebody point blank in the face with a shotgun, and everyone was like, yes, we want to see this. And I was like, oh. No, Windex, right? The very first The Last of Us. The first one. Turn off the bot switch. Bottom switch? It has to be on, otherwise the second color is never going to go here. It won't go through with just two. So I don't understand the point of these switches, which is kind of weird. I kind of don't get the mechanics of this puzzle. Why does that become purple? So I don't know. I feel like repeatedly developers will try to make all these games that have commentary about violence, and then people repeatedly just want the violence. Exchange red and blue. I mean, sure, I'm just kind of going at random now. I feel like I don't understand. Why does two blues make an orange, but two reds makes a green? A switch would imply the timing of the mix is important? I mean, it would imply that, but nothing about this seems to bear that out. It's purple no matter what. There's no way it's timed. I think the switches are just there so that you can mentally... I don't know. Okay, so let's see. Let me think about this. When they split off, it seems to change to the other two colors. When it combines in... I don't know what that means. Can you stop the color on the other side? No. You cannot do that. Yeah, so red and blue to combine to make purple. Well, okay, so fundamentally, they both have to be green. So if this isn't green, then I have to swap these two around. It's orange, so... There's only so many combinations, and that makes purple. Is there any way for this bottom to be green ever? The same colors makes it the opposite color on the color wheel. That does seem to be the case. Except... I guess if it combines it... Yeah, so they're both orange. Okay, so... Yeah, combining separates it out. So let me see here. I need this to be blue. So let's try this to be red. No, yellow's on the bottom. Oh, that's okay. That gives me green. Hey, there we go. I did it. I hacked. Oh yeah, this is the bridge they were talking about. Oh, yeah. Ow! Okay, that's how you get back up if you fall. Just gotta, as usual, the key is to break down large tasks into smaller ones to make them more manageable. Goth Swanson, thanks for the sub. What's that music, video game music channel you always play? There's, I don't know what you're talking about. You might have to be more specific. Because there, as far as I know, there is not a video game music channel I always play. Do you mean the stream? Or the thing I put on in the background when I was fixing a Joy-Con? Games like Last of Us have an artistic value. It's just less than the fun to play for some of us that actually care about the depressing nature of it. Yeah. I wonder. I think that's fair. And it just becomes odd when then something that has an art, like,
I must be one of the last ones who hasn't changed.
Media that is made for art's sake
I installed an alpha quad.
gets a big budget and is published by a big publisher.
I think I saw Beth yesterday, but she had so many implants I couldn't be sure. If I can get to the machine, I know I can set things right again.
Oh, see you, Andrew. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for sharing your lunch break with us. Ooh. And to whoever anonymously gifted out 5 subs, thank you. Throwing it up for the big anon in the sky. That sounds like an important door. If Last of Us had non-lethal, it would actually work better. See, yeah, but then like your narrative starts to break down. So it's weird because this is all hitting around a frustrating functional contradiction that I guess game designers that really like movies still refuse to accept or try to push back against. Switch flipped. I don't know what that does. It wouldn't be a classic game without turning a switch that does questionable things. But like interactive narratives, I don't know. There's a push and a pull. The more interactive a narrative is, the less control you have over it, but narratives have to be controlled. They have to. You can't have a character whose actions, motivations, and backstory are entirely up to the individual choices of billions of people, millions of people, whatever. You just can't tell a good story that way. Unless it is the most generic story about, a knight who's going to save a princess. This is why like silent protagonists work so well, because they don't have a character. You are the character. So then then you hit this problem where you're telling the player to be complicit in the actions of a character they may not agree with. And then if consequences happen to that character, they're also happening to the player. But the player didn't invest. The player didn't make the choice. But they carried out the action. This is like the master-slave relationship of BioShock. It's kind of what the smartness of it was all about. Oop. Let's turn that back on. Who remastered this? Night Dive Studios is currently in the process of working on this remaster. You're back? You're done with nail care? That was fast, Jess. Welcome back. How are those nails looking? Ow! What the hell? Ow! This is why you give him big old visors. That almost killed me. What about Metal Gear? Yeah, so... the ending makes you sit there and did I do the right thing? So, that was the ending, though. That works as a punch at the end. So, if, what if that hit in the middle? And then Snake went back to working for the government or whatever. Went back to helping the Patriots. Would you feel uninvested then? Would you feel like you would have done something different? Would the interactive nature of it then piss you off? That's kind of an issue I had with 5. Is that, Venom Snake was a terrorist leader. And I don't think the game even tried to make you think that he was a hero. Like, I don't need to play the hero either. But after a while, I just felt gross playing as a warlord. Spec Ops just tells you did the wrong thing by playing the game the entire time, and it's almost comical. Yeah, I mean, Spec Ops was trying to attack the whole, like, protagonist justification thing of, like, I'm the hero, so anything I do is right by definition. And again, it happened at the end, or close to the end. So once the penny dropped and you came to that understanding, the game didn't then ask you to keep doing it. Or, like, alternatively, when the game asked you to keep doing it, you were playing a character that was having a full mental breakdown. So at least there was, at least there's some, like, you can just justify it in your head, you know? I am playing this character is doing this action. But when a game is wagging a finger at you for doing the only thing the game lets you do, it's just like, well, wait, why am I... I'm back. Wait, am I? Yes, I am. Okay, it's the other side of that door. Games are boring when someone is 100% benevolent. Yeah, I agree with that. A little unrealistic. People like to play that way, though. Or they like the option to play that way. Ow. Favorite kind of chip dip? I've been enjoying some, let me patch up here. Oh, it's a different one. Oh, wait, I hit the wrong button. That was a vision stim. Aw, there's no animation for that? Dang, okay. I'd argue making compelling enough characters can drive people to see how a person's story ends, even if you don't agree with them. Work for some, of course, lasts more than others. Like even controlling a character I don't necessarily make myself that character. I see what you mean. I agree. There's plenty of times in games I've played characters I don't agree with. Kane and Lynch. You play as basically very reprehensible people in that game. But the game doesn't, like, pass judgment on you. Or consistently tell you that shooting people is bad. I guess you could argue that it's worse, that it doesn't even have that moral consciousness about it, but... Hey, yo, whoa! If I can't pee, it's a terrible game. There we go. Oh yeah, ranch. Ranch is a solid dip. I agree with that. I'll tell you, man, very, very little can beat some on-point chips and salsa, though. So. For me, it's chips, salsa, and iced tea.
To Cyborg F-71.
It's the southerner in me coming out a little bit.
We'll now test the virus in a proper environment. Move mutagen experiment V5 to Beta Grove on the executive level. Let the virus infect the grove and observe its effects on vegetable and animal life forms. When the strain is perfected, we will release it on the Earth, where it will facilitate our conquest.
This is a long demo. Pimento cheese. So my association with pimento cheese is exclusively the like pimento cheese balls that people would buy at grocery stores and just drop. So my family, I don't know, my extended family kind of sucked. Whenever we would have like Christmas dinner, you know, cousins would come over and they would just like stop at a grocery store and buy a cheese ball. And it would just be like refrigerated. So for me, my association with pimento cheese is getting like a Ritz cracker and going in for a cheese ball and just having it disintegrate the second it hits that ball. So I don't have a positive association with pimento cheese. To me, I've always kind of associated it with trash food. That said, as an adult, I've had some very delightful sandwiches that have pimento cheese in them. So I think a quality pimento can probably can probably jazz up a chip, but my associations are not good ones with the flavor and texture of pimento. Oh. Yeah, the more distance I get from my upbringing, the more I realize, man, the food culture where I grew up with was just trash. No wonder, by the way, no wonder people grow up with a taste for fast food. If your family doesn't cook, or they don't cook well, and all you've got, like if McDonald's is the most delicious thing around just because it's at least seasoned and has some concept of like food and texture and like bite and chew and all this stuff, no wonder people develop such a... Oh, okay. I wonder people develop such an addiction to fast food. Fast food was the most delicious thing I had to eat for a long time, and I know they make it that way on purpose, but... And it's nobody's fault, like, I'm not blaming anyone. It's just weird to think about how, like... What? It said to... Yeah, see, I was thinking about Red Dead, because Red Dead 2 specifically, when it comes to characters and volition, a lot of people had a huge issue with what you do fairly early on in the game as Arthur when you go to collect the debt from the farmer. And then, yeah, let's see what you were saying here. Passing the torch of revenge. The path is never ending. Death can be used as a plot device. Don't judge me because I cried like a baby when that thing happened to Arthur. Sure. Red Dead is a really fascinating character study. As much as Arthur had a voice, I still feel like he was written as a silent protagonist type of character, because as complicit as he is with like some bad things that go on, if you read his diary, he does a whole lot of like kind of wishing, but like trying to figure out what right is. So I feel like, as a character, Arthur is extremely morally confused most of the time. Yeah. And that deck collection mission is actually... There was only one pretty much like that.
Who are you? My cameras and probes scan your body.
He did it once. Pretty much. He did other bad stuff, like helping out Micah.
Cyborgs bring you to an electrified interrogation bench. I will have your secrets.
Shit.
You will learn more about pain than you ever wanted to know.
Oh boy. Showdown's getting sassy. Yeah, you're supposed to hate that mission. I remember playing that mission where you're helping out Micah, and I was like, I don't want to do this. I want to just leave. I want to leave and let this dude get fucked. Like that's what I want. But that was definitely an example of like, well, it's in the video game, so you have to do it. And obviously the point of that mission was to make you hate him. I guess the difference is, he did that because the only man he believed in told him when he stops believing in him, Arthur starts thinking for himself. That's true. I think comparisons there are extremely appropriate between the issues that I'm imagining happening with Last of Us. Trying to reconcile that with the fact that I really like and respect Red Dead. Oh, okay. The bodies fell into the grav tube. I was like, why are they floating like that? Thought we had a bug for a second, but hold on a second. Florp. Yeah, I guess for me, Red Dead 2 did such a good job in giving Arthur just enough character spice to make him an actualized character within that narrative, but didn't give him so much that he overrode whatever ideas you might have about him. That has to is what RDR2 is all about, because with your high honor, you're able to do a lot of good for people, even as Arthur constantly damns himself as a bad man. I thought I'd already been in there. Oh, Christ. Oh, they're all awake now. Oh, boy. Yeah, this is a pretty long demo. That's okay. I'm not going to be going for too much longer, mostly because I'm about to die. And there it is. Okay. Wow. Okay, let's move on to the next demo. Yeah, they're a little Borg-like, aren't they? I mean, this game was made pretty much exactly when Next Generation was big shit on TV, so... Tape your guns together, make a shotgun? Yeah, 3 guns, all taped together. Alright, be right back with the next demo. I don't even know what it's going to be yet.